Welcome to From the Bridges to the Beaches. I'm Christopher Basili. If you're thinking about moving to South Jersey, buying, selling, or just trying to figure out where you actually want to live, you're in the right place. I'll give you the real story, what homes cost, what each town is really like, and how to make smart moves in today's market. No fluff, no BS, just real estate, real life, and real advice. Let's get started. Picture this. You're buying a Cape May County bungalow. Inspector flags a problem. The back porch beams have rot. Contractor says fix is about $6,000. Seller shrugs and offers nothing. Buyer pushes, and a smart negotiation turns that $6,000 repair into a $15,000 price concession, because the buyer used the inspection to show wider risk, timeline uncertainty, and lender appetite. Short pause. Suddenly a small repair becomes real leverage, and the buyer walks into closing with cash to spare. That's the power we're talking about today. Inspections as leverage, not just lists. Section 1. The basics. What an inspection is, who's involved, and what you decide next. First, an inspection report is a snapshot. A professional's eyes on the home at one moment in time. It's not a warranty, it's not a gut feeling, it's data. Your inspector is the messenger. Your agent is your translator and negotiator. Your attorney reviews contract consequences. Typical New Jersey purchase contracts give you a set inspection period, often 10 days, sometimes 14, where you can request repairs, ask for credits, or walk away under the inspection contingency. The choices after the report boil down to 3 paths. Ask the seller to do the repair, ask for a credit or price reduction to handle it yourself, or exercise your right to terminate and get your deposit back. Those are simple options, but you need a method to pick one. Start by sorting findings into categories: safety, risk to people; structural foundation, major framing; systems, HVAC, electrical, plumbing; and cosmetic, paint, minor trim. Safety and structural issues are red flags that often require immediate action or a clear path to resolution. Cosmetic stuff is bargaining chip fodder. Useful in negotiation, but not a deal killer unless it masks a deeper problem. Section 2. Why inspections help buyers and sellers, and South Jersey realities. For buyers, inspections offer discovery, a chance to understand the real cost to own. For sellers, doing a pre-listing inspection can defang issues and speed up the sale. In South Jersey specifically, expect a few recurring themes. Moisture and crawl space issues show up a lot, especially near marshy areas or older homes, and remediation can range from a few $100s for a dehumidifier to several thousand for grading, vapor barriers, or sump/ejector pump work. HVAC corrosion is common on older furnaces and AC units near the shore. A mid-range replacement can be $4,000 to $8,000 depending on size and installation complexity. For houses on septic, an inspector or septic tech will flag tank condition or drain field issues. Septic repairs or replacements are not cheap and can easily push into 5 figures on replacement. Exterior salt damage from ocean proximity accelerates metal corrosion and paint failure. Expect higher than average exterior maintenance costs near the shore. Realistic ranges. Small electrical fixes $200 to $800. Plumbing repairs $300 $2,000. HVAC service or partial repair $300 to $500. Full system replacement $4,000 $8,000. Septic work $3,000 $15,000 depending on scale. Hit these numbers with local contractor quotes. They matter more than rule of thumb numbers when you're negotiating. Section 3. The Negotiation Playbook. 3 scripts that work, and how to choose. When the inspection lands, decide your goal. Preserve the deal, reduce price, or bail. Here are 3 short, tested scripts you can use, verbatim, tailored to South Jersey realities. Script 1. Ask for repair when you want the seller to fix a concrete safety or structural item. Say, "Thanks for reviewing the inspection. We're requesting repairs on the identified safety and structural items, specifically the porch beams, the unsafe wiring in the basement, and the compromised support under the rear deck. Request these items be completed by a licensed contractor, with receipts provided to buyer prior to closing. This keeps the timeline tidy and reserves the buyer's right to verify work. Script 2. Ask for credit. when you prefer control or seller won't coordinate work. Say, we appreciate the seller's position. In the timeline and the scope, we're requesting a credit at closing of $X to address the HVAC corrosion and backporch repairs. Attached a licensed contractor's estimate to support the amount. Attaching a quote is key. It makes the ask objective. Script 3, the walk option. Use sparingly, but use it with clarity. Say, after reviewing the inspection and contractor estimates, we cannot proceed under the current contract terms. We are exercising our inspection contingency to terminate and request return of our deposit. Say it once, calmly. If you truly can't accept the risk, walk. Don't bluff unless you'll follow through. How to pick. If the repair affects habitability, safety, major systems, or lender approval, push for repairs or credits. If it's cosmetic or minor, consider pushing for a credit or asking the seller to leave concession toward closing costs. If the seller pushes back hard, weigh the cost to you in time, money, and stress. Sometimes taking a modest credit and moving forward is the right business decision, rather than winning a fight over a dented vinyl siding panel. Tactics that increase success. Always include a licensed contractor quote when you request a credit or price reduction. Bundle items into 2 or 3 categories, safety/structural, systems, and cosmetic, and prioritize. Use deadlines. Propose a reasonable window for response and completion, like 5 business days to reply and repairs completed by closing. Avoid vague asks. Fix what's needed invites argument. Be specific. Name the item, the suggested remedy, and the dollar amount or credit you want. Insider tip, quick wins and one line I always add. Quick win 1. Get at least one local contractor quote for any item over $500. Local pricing can surprise you. Quick win 2. When possible, convert repairs the seller resists into an agreed credit so the buyer controls workmanship. Quick win 3. Bundle small items into a single credit ask. 3 $300 items become more compelling as a $900 request. And the one line I always add when sending the request. We are committed to keeping this transaction on track and appreciate a timely response so both parties can proceed to a smooth closing. That line signals cooperation while preserving leverage. Short pause. Also, important safety note, I'm giving negotiation strategy, not legal advice. Check your contract language and consult your attorney for contract-specific moves. Reality check. Trade-offs you'll face. Sellers will often push back, especially if the market is hot. You'll hear, take it as is, or we priced it with room for repairs. That's normal. If you push hard for repairs, expect the seller to counter with credits or to narrow the list. If the seller refuses anything, be ready to either accept the cost, renegotiate price, or walk. For investors, it's often about math. Does the repair plus purchase price still give you the returns you need? For first-time buyers, think about lender requirements. If the lender won't fund without certain fixes, the buyer's negotiating position strengthens. Use your contractor numbers, lender input, and agent advocacy to make an objective decision. If you want to learn more about inspections and how to negotiate repairs, head on over to movingtosouthjersey.com and download the Buyer's Guide. Quick recap. Inspections are not an enemy, they're leverage. Sort issues into safety, structural, systems, and cosmetic. Use contractor quotes, be specific, set deadlines, and pick the script that matches your risk tolerance, repair, credit, or walk. If you want the checklist and scripts, head to chrisbasaihomes.com. Thanks for tuning in to From the Bridges to the Beaches with Christopher Basile. If you're thinking about making a move in South Jersey, head over to movingtosouthjersey.com. You'll find guides on the best towns, home prices, and everything you need to get started. Until then, let's move smarter.